Welcome to this IL-2 career mode mission. We're into the second phase of the Stalingrad career mode, which is called On the Near Approaches. And here's the frontline map. We can see German forces are closing in on Stalingrad. The mission today is to attack some frontline troops that are positioned at waypoint number 3 on the map, northwest of Stalingrad. We join the mission just as we're approaching waypoint number 3. We've been cruising above the cloud layer up till now, so we're going to descend through the clouds and get visual on our target. Doing my best to maintain formation as we go through the cloud. Our target should be just up ahead. It's quite difficult to make anything out at this distance, but we'll get closer and see what we can find. My squadron has broken formation and I've got eyes on the target now. There must be about a dozen or so targets down there. Mixture of anti-air guns, some multiple launch rocket systems and a few tanks in there as well. I'm going to go straight in for a rocket attack on this anti-air gun position. I went really low to the ground there for that rocket attack. Let's take a look at it again in slow motion. First 2 rockets go out and miss. And it's really the final 2 rockets that I fired that hit the target. And I managed to pull up just in time to avoid the collision. Just dodging the anti-air guns here as I sweep around for a second attack. I still have a couple of rockets on board, so I'm going to try and hit another target with these rockets. This plane is not very manoeuvrable, so I have to take quite a big arc around the target to come back in for another attack run. There's some explosions going off there. I think that's where the enemies are firing towards. Must be some Soviet positions there. The other IL-2s are coming in now for their attack run. I can see 3 planes coming in now. Here's the anti-air guns. I can see the rockets being fired, but I don't see any explosions, so I think they might have missed with those attacks. I've got a couple of vehicles lined up here. I think one of them is an anti-air gun and the second is a multiple launch rocket system. Let's go for the anti-air gun. Boom! Again, I was very low to the ground there. Let's take another look at that in slow motion. Here I am approaching the target. I've just got 2 rockets. I need to make them count. There's a direct hit on the anti-air gun. My back wheel almost scrapes the vehicle as I go over it. That's 2 targets destroyed. That's all my rockets used, and I'm pretty happy with that. Destroyed 2 targets. I've got bombs, so let's come back in and see if I can get a third. I'm going to go for the multiple launch rocket system that was just by the anti-air gun that I just destroyed. Let's switch to the slow motion as I'm coming in. There go the bombs, and they skip on the ground. That's the danger of bombing at real low level. Bombs will often skip. They've landed just beyond the target, but thankfully the area of effect is sufficient to destroy the multiple launch rocket system. Just noticed there is a German airfield near to where we're operating right now, and that looks like an IL-2 plunging to the ground, and it's been shot down by a 109. There's another one just going past on my starboard side. So we've got 109s in the area, and they've already taken out one of my squadron. Going to stay focused on the mission and see if I can strafe some more ground targets. Something just exploded down there, so I think one of the other IL-2s has hit the mark. Still a few anti-air guns and multiple launch rocket systems in the back here, so let's try and take them out. Good hits there. I tried to get a few hits on the MLRS that was behind it, but I'm not sure I hit it. The anti-air guns are tracking me as I exit, and one gets a hit on my wing there, puts a hole in it, but doesn't look like there's any fuel leak. I should be okay with that. See, one of the IL-2s has a 109 on his 6. He's been wrecked and he's going down to the ground. I'm a bit worried about the 109 situation, but for now I'm going to carry on with the mission. Let's see if I can strafe another target. Well, there's a 109. It's really tempting to try and chase after it, but it's way too far away, and this plane does not have the speed to catch it. I've got an anti-air gun firing at me as well. And as tempting as it is to try and follow these planes, there's actually two of them down there, so let's get out of here. Turn back towards the ground targets. I'll be careful that my plane doesn't overheat as well. I will see if I can make another strafing run. Not many targets left now. I think there's probably only 4 or 5 ground targets left here. I don't know how many IL-2s are left though. We have lost a few planes at least. There's a MLRS and an anti-air gun just behind it. Managed to get the rocket launch system. Let's have another look at that in slow motion to check what happened. There's the MLRS going up, and I actually also hit the anti-air gun position as well. The vehicle's smoking, so it's out of action, and the troops are running away from it. And there they go, hitting the deck. trying to figure out how many IL-2s are left in the sky. There's another one dropping out of the sky with a 109 behind it. It's just shot it down. It's coming towards me and turning. Is there a chance I can get shots on it? Not really. It's just too far away. And now he is heading off at speed. Following him for a little bit, and again there's two planes there. It's futile to try and chase after them. They're just way too fast. So let's turn back around and go on another strafing run. Just one multiple launch rocket system left and an anti-air gun next to it. I'm going to try and strafe the MLRS. I'm not sure if I got any hits there. Pushing my luck a little bit with the 109s in the area, but I'm going to turn back in for a final strafing run. Once I've got enough distance away from the target, I can hear some explosions there with anti-air fire. Tempting to just egress now and go back to base, but let's come back in for one final strafing run. I know there's an anti-air gun still active that was next to the MLRS that I tried to hit just now, so I'll come back in, see if I can take it out. Oh wow, the MLRS just blew up. I think I got hits on the anti-air gun position. Let's take another look at that. So I must have hit the MLRS previously and it exploded after a while. And then I did hit the troops that were manning the anti-air gun and destroyed the vehicle as well. Okay, it's time for me to egress. I've hit quite a few targets there. I don't think there are any other IL-2s with me. I think whatever IL-2s are still in the air have egressed. So let's point the plane towards Stalingrad and get out of here. I also need to cool the engine down a little bit. But I don't think I'm being chased by any 109, so I can take my time and RTB. My egress vector takes me over the northern part of Stalingrad. The city has been completely destroyed. Still explosions going off in the city. And there's the Volga, so I'm back into friendly airspace. Time to head back to Zaplavnoye and land the plane. Bit of a heavy landing there, but I've made it down safely. And the bad news is only one other plane from my squadron has made it back. The 109s took a heavy toll. We were supposed to have a fighter escort for this mission, but I didn't see them. Maybe they were there, but maybe they got shot down as well. Mission accomplished. Here are my stats for the mission. I took out 8 armaments, that's 4 AAA guns and 4 of the mobile multiple launch rocket systems. And here are the stats for the squadron overall. 6 planes lost, and interestingly only 2 other IL-2s actually hit ground targets, probably because they missed with their armor piercing rocket attacks and then got shot down before they could drop their bombs. For my efforts, I've been given the Order of the Red Banner, which I believe is the highest award of Soviet Russia, and it was given to recognize extraordinary heroism, dedication and courage demonstrated on the battlefield. Thanks for watching, see you next time.